Hello and welcome to Decision 2020. We have Republican incumbent Mike Pence with his Vice President nominee, Ambassador Nikki Haley, facing off against entrepreneur Andrew Yang and his Vice Presidential nominee, Governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer. It is now time for the 7 p.m. poll closings. Georgia currently too close to call. President Mike Pence currently has a lead in the state. Indiana projected to go to Mike Pence, the home of the president. Kentucky projected to go to Mike Pence. South Carolina projected to go to Mike Pence. Vermont projected to go to Andrew Yang. Virginia too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Here's the current electoral map thus far. It's now time for the 7:30 p.m. poll closings. North Carolina too close to call. Andrew Yang does have a lead in the state. Ohio too close to call. Mike Pence has a lead in the state. West Virginia, Mike Pence is the projected winner. Georgia still too close to call. Mike Pence has a lead in the state. North Carolina too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Ohio too close to call. Mike Pence keeps his lead in the state. Georgia too close to call. Mike Pence remains his lead in the state. Virginia too close to call. Andrew Yang keeps his lead in the state. Sorry, that's a typo right there. Here's the current electoral map. Now time for the 8 p.m. poll closings. Alabama projected to go to Mike Pence. Connecticut projected to go to Andrew Yang. Delaware projected to go to Andrew Yang. Washington, D.C. projected to go to Andrew Yang. Florida, too close to call. Andrew Yang does have a lead in the state. Illinois, projected to go to Andrew Yang. Maine At-Large, too close to call. Andrew Yang does have a lead in the state. Maine's 1st district, however, is projected to go to Andrew Yang. However, Maine's 2nd district projected to go to Mike Pence. Maryland, projected to go to Andrew Yang. Massachusetts, projected to go to Andrew Yang. Mississippi, projected to go to Mike Pence. Missouri, projected to go to Mike Pence. New Hampshire, too close to call. Andrew Yang does have a lead in the state. New Jersey, projected to go to Andrew Yang. Oklahoma, projected to go to Mike Pence. Pennsylvania, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Rhode Island, projected to go to Andrew Yang. Tennessee, projected to go to Mike Pence. Georgia, projected to go to Mike Pence. Virginia, now being projected to go to Andrew Yang. North Carolina, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Ohio, still too close to call. Mike Pence has a lead in the state. Here's the current electoral map. It's now time for the 8:30 p.m. poll closings. Arkansas projected to go to Mike Pence. Florida, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Maine At-Large, too close to call. Mike Pence has a lead in the state. Has swung into the Mike Pence column. Maine At-Large has. New Hampshire, too close to call. Andrew Yang does have a lead in the state. Pennsylvania, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. North Carolina is too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Ohio, too close to call. Mike Pence has a lead in the state. Here's the current map thus far. It is now time for the 9 p.m. poll closings. Arizona, too close to call. Mike Pence has a lead in the state. Colorado, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Kansas, projected to go to Mike Pence. Louisiana, projected to go to Mike Pence. Michigan, too close to call. Andrew Yang does have a lead in the state. Minnesota, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Nebraska is projected to go to Mike Pence. However, its 2nd district is too close to call. Mike Pence does have a lead in the district, however. New Mexico, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. New York, projected to go to Andrew Yang, his home state. North Dakota, projected to go to Mike Pence, as well as South Dakota. Texas, too close to call. Mike Pence has a lead in the state. Wisconsin, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Wyoming, projected to go to Mike Pence. Ohio, now being projected to go to Mike Pence. Florida, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Maine At-Large has now swung back into Andrew Yang's column. New Hampshire, too close to call. Andrew Yang keeps his lead in the state. Pennsylvania, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. North Carolina, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Here's the current electoral map thus far. It's now time for the 10 p.m. poll closings. Iowa, too close to call. Mike Pence has a lead in the state. Montana is projected to go to Mike Pence. Nevada, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Utah projected to go to Mike Pence. Colorado now being projected to go to Andrew Yang. New Mexico projected to go to Andrew Yang. Arizona, too close to call. Mike Pence has a lead in the state. Michigan is too close to call. This is the home of Andrew Yang's running mate. He has a lead in the state. Minnesota, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Nebraska's 2nd Congressional District, too close to call. Mike Pence has a lead in the state. Texas, too close to call. Mike Pence does have a lead in the state. Wisconsin, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Florida, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. His lead in the state of Florida has kept dwindling throughout the night. Maine At-Large, too close to call. Andrew Yang does have a lead in the state. New Hampshire, too close to call. Andrew Yang keeps his lead in the state. Pennsylvania, too close to call. Andrew Yang keeps his lead in the state. North Carolina, Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Here's the current map thus far. Mike Pence currently leading 153 to 132 ahead of Andrew Yang, but of course we still have key states that are yet to be called that are projected by CNN and MSNBC to go to Andrew Yang through their expert maps, but again, crazier things have happened throughout the night. It's now time for the 11 p.m. poll closings. California projected to go to Andrew Yang. Hawaii projected to go to Andrew Yang. Idaho projected to go to Mike Pence. Oregon projected to go to Andrew Yang. Washington projected to go to Andrew Yang. Iowa now being projected to go to Mike Pence. Nevada now being projected to go to Andrew Yang. Michigan, a flip from 2016. Andrew Yang has won the home state of his running mate, Gretchen Whitmer. He has flipped the state of Michigan. Minnesota, Andrew Yang is the projected winner. This is another flip from 2016. Nebraska's 2nd Congressional District has flipped to Andrew Yang. Texas, however, stays red this election cycle as Mike Pence has won it by roughly 3 to 4 percentage points. Maine At-Large being projected to go to Andrew Yang. New Hampshire being projected to go to Andrew Yang. Arizona, too close to call. Mike Pence's lead in the state has dwindled throughout the night. Wisconsin, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Florida, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Pennsylvania, too close to call. Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. North Carolina, Andrew Yang has a lead in the state. Here's the current map thus far. Andrew Yang now leads Mike Pence 249 to 201. Mike Pence needs to win every single state in order to win. He can lose Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, or he can lose Pennsylvania, but he needs to win Wisconsin. But he needs to win Wisconsin, North Carolina, Florida, and Arizona to win. He can lose Pennsylvania. That's what I'm trying to get at. He can lose Pennsylvania, but he needs to win the rest of the states to even have a chance to win the presidency this time around. It is now time for the 1 a.m. poll closings. Alaska projected to go to Mike Pence. Arizona, a flip from 2016. Andrew Yang has won the state of Arizona. Florida being projected to go to Mike Pence. Andrew Yang had a substantial lead in the beginning of the night, but of course his lead kept dwindling and dwindling, and now we can now call Mike Pence the winner of Florida, here roughly at 2:22 a.m. It is now 3:13 a.m. and we can now project a flip from 2016. Andrew Yang has flipped the state of North Carolina. North Carolina has flipped to Andrew Yang's column. And now we can now project tonight at 3:14 a.m. Andrew Yang has been elected the 46th president, or excuse me, the 47th president of the United States. It is now 4:25 in the morning, and Pennsylvania is now being called. Andrew Yang has won the state of Pennsylvania, a flip from 2016. It is now 4:48, and Wisconsin has now been called. The last state that needs to be called here is now at 4:48 in the morning. Wisconsin has Eastern time, by the way. Wisconsin has flipped from the red to blue column as Andrew Yang has won the state by less than 1%. And here is the final map as of 4:48 in the morning. Andrew Yang has won this election, 305 electoral votes to Mike Pence's 233. Andrew Yang has flipped Arizona, Nebraska's second district, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. And he got states like Florida. He got Florida close. He got states like Florida close. We can now call around Montana was won by 13 to 15 percentage points by Mike Pence. That state was getting close. A lot of people could say that has to do with Steve Bullock, but you never know. We will see you come 2022 for the midterms, ladies and gentlemen.